Hey, how y'all doing? Today on Game Geeks, we're going to be talking about Hero High, which is a supplement for Mutants and Masterminds 3rd edition. What this gives you the option is of playing student heroes or sort of trainee characters maybe. This gives you the Avengers Academy feel, which I always rather liked. And it also gives you sort of like the new X-Men where you have multiple characters running around. It also expands outward on some of those ideas. So what you have is it gives you the way to play these sort of junior heroes in the different eras of comic books. So Mythic, Pulp, Golden, all the way to Iron Age, Urban Dark, Apocalypse Age, and a redo of the Golden Age. So advice and tips on how each one of those work. Also, it gives you, in terms of character creation, one of the things you'll notice about Mutants and Masterminds is they almost never introduce a new ability or new power. Everything is just riffing off of what's already there in the 3rd edition books. So along with that, what it does is it gives you the idea of power levels. What sort of power levels do you want your earlier heroes to have? So if standard level characters are PL10, you might want your Hero High type characters to be around a PL8. In fact, I believe that's directly recommended. Although there's nothing that says you can't have a more powerful character mixed in later on. One of the nice things I think this adds is an advantage called holding back, which is for your teenagers or your characters who have a lot more powerful than they're comfortable with and very rarely let loose. I don't mean Jimmy Hudson, Baby Wolverine from the Ultimate Universe. I mean your Jean Greys. I mean your other characters that have a lot more power than they're letting on or that they want other people to know about, and they try to keep it back. It's harder to release that. It's harder to let that go when you finally do it. However, when you do, decide that it's the time for that, or there's a stressor that causes it, or you make your will check, what ends up happening is you let go and you go up 4 ranks in power level, and you get 60 extra points to buy stuff with for your character. So you can easily go from a PL8 to a PL12, and God help your adversaries. There's a consequence for it though. Either you pass out for an extended period of time, or you're fundamentally altered by the experience. I really like that. I think it represents a lot of what you see in younger teen heroes who aren't quite ready to unleash their full abilities yet. So expanding outward from there, I say that a lot, don't I? I need to find a new phrase. So going outward, what else you have in the book, what else you've got here is sort of game mastering, the sort of themes that you need to bring in with a hero game, ideas on how to play teen heroes, getting into the mindset of a teen. This is what I think Buffy the Vampire Slayer did. It's the first game that I know of that really emphasized you need to get into a high school state of mind. So you can either be characters mixed into a normal high school and have to keep their identity secret, or get into something like the Claremont Academy, which is their signature good guys school where you go, and the different levels of hijinks, the faculty you might find in such a place like that, student body, etc. Then there's a follow-up, which is the Elysian Academy, which is a lot darker. This is sort of your enemies. These might be your Hellions to your New Mutants. In the end, I think this is a valuable addition to the Mutants and Masterminds game, especially if this is a genre you want to play in. Like the other genre books, cosmic, supernatural, you don't have to get into this unless you want to. There's nothing that says you must play a superhero in a teenage year, because it doesn't really matter. You could easily start as a PL10 or PL12 character if you really wanted to and go from there. There's nothing that says you can't mix and match them though. A lot of the early X-Men comics, especially by Chris Claremont, went into space, and you could easily bring in the Cosmic Handbook, and you could be playing your superheroes in space, although out there you're really going to be outmatched fast. Which sort of buys in with the hubris of young heroes though. So, do you need this book? If you want to play in a Hero High game or are interested in playing younger sidekick type characters, this is the game for you. This is the book for you, rather. I think it would be invaluable for that. You could give it a pass, though, if it's not an avenue of the superhero world that you're interested in exploring. Have a good time gaming, y'all.